Business owners who are the most successful use technology and time differently than most. If you're struggling with all of the clutter of social media, SEO, blogging, and podcasting offers, consider a new and dynamic marketing platform. At eFlexonics, we create interactive digital magazines for your event, business, or trade show. Don't allow your competition to affect your business growth. eFlexonics can handcraft your own web radio and web TV experience, as well as professionally narrate your entire magazine and turn it into a downloadable web radio series. Join Rick Holland and Wendy Burge in this 4-part series discussing how to recognize and share your business with others.
Yeah.
One magazine, because we can build a magazine for a customer and put 2015, 2016 on it, /2016.
Yep.
They can add to that.
Yeah.
Bring down, we can add to it anytime we want, bring down the link, rebuild the link within 30 seconds. You got a bigger magazine, nobody knows the difference. The link's still there.
Yep.
Up to a year.
Okay, here's devil's advocate, because if I was sitting here listening to this, I'd be like, oh my God, Rick and Wendy, what a brilliant idea. But
yes,
what would I say? What am I going to do?
In the magazine?
Yeah, this is what I run into.
Yeah.
When I coach people, and I'm, my platform.
Yep.
I'd like you to, to get paid for what you know, not just what you do.
Yep.
Transition yourself from being a commodity into an expert, which means you need to sit down and really think about those topics that you say over and over and over and over and over and over again that are the teaching points of the content you utilize in your work.
So why don't we wrap some of your coaching in the magazine?
You can do
every time.
Yeah, you can do that. But what I'm saying here is that if somebody is listening to this, eventually going into however this information is going to be shared, and they're sitting out there going, that's really great, but I wouldn't know what to say. My challenge to you is you speak a lot as it is, and there are at least 3 to 6 points that you are constantly reinforcing with your clients right now. I call those teaching points. And I say this all the time, and I probably already said this a few minutes ago. Our job is to educate people to be better consumers about our product and our services. How do you do that? You talk about the things that matter, that, like I say, they need to understand why your solution is best, what they need to know, and why they need to know it. And then they buy the how-to from you. If you can sit back and say, here's the problems I solve. There are 3 or 4 really specific ways it shows up in somebody's business, in somebody's health, in somebody's finances, in somebody's relationships. Those points become the teaching points. And what a great way to extract them and now give them the space to really go deep on a topic, or give yourself 20, 30 minutes or a 5-minute clip here about how it affects this particular area, because those are the things that you already talk on anyway, and you don't realize if you could pre-qualify people ahead of time before they come to you as a service professional by giving them more valuable content without having to wait for some 12 email sequences or a once in the month newsletter.
Yes.
You are adding greater value right up front for them to take a look at. You condense that teaching time of why you need me
in a couple of pages.
Into a couple of pages.
Or a page with video, audio, narrations, diagrams.
Yeah, so if you're sitting there thinking, what the hell would I say? I tell you, you've already got it. Yeah. You need to sit down and understand you were talking about the same things over and over again. You need to pull that apart, because now all of a sudden, when they already know why they're coming to you, you are going to fast track. You're not going to spend so much time catching people up on why this isn't working and why you're the better solution, or how this problem is actually impacting all these other areas of their life. And if that's the case, now you get into your service work and implement the changes instead of spending the first 3 to 5 sessions explaining why they even had the problem in the first place.
You do all the major housekeeping right up front, so it doesn't waste their time.
Yeah.
So it's more efficient and effective.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that if you could see how the digital magazine, even if you said, well, I'm not sure I want to use it for a publication for marketing purposes, even if you are in a service professional and you are limited to how you can market, because there are a number of professions out there that are very limited of how they can actually put information out there. Financial planners, doctors, Some service professionals have colleges
Yep.
where they're very restricted what they can say. But boy, wouldn't that be awesome if you could take some of these really important points and make it into a dynamic thing. So if you have a new client or a prospect, there you go.
Yep.
Here's all this information right up front. I'm not even going to have to go through this.
Yep.
And it's repurposed. It's repurposed, and those things aren't going to change. If you've been doing this long enough, like I have and you have, somebody can sit down in front of us and we can diagnose stuff very quickly.
And it's evergreen.
It's
evergreen. It can live in a
evergreen
magazine for a
content.
year, easy.
Yeah, and if you decide, okay, you want to rebrand some stuff, you want to add some new stuff, that's easy enough that you can switch things out and add new content, and you're not stuck with something that's going to be stalemate. Because here's the thing about business, especially in the services that I deal with, as we evolve as people, because of the amount of time we've invested in learning what we do, our businesses evolve with us. And you need to bring your business along. Your clients are looking for you to continually be able to lead them out of the issues that they're dealing with. I mean, most of us look at it in the sense that if we have our favorite plumber, I mean, you got a go-to plumber, you got a go-to mechanic, you got a go-to doctor.
Yep.
Why would, and your relationship grows and they have that rich, vast knowledge base, you're not going to go find somebody else. They expect you to have more stuff. They know that you're going to go back and learn more. So they would expect every year, if it was a great investment for you to say, this year I have these specialty trainings. Now we're going to talk about this. And now we're going to explore that.
Yeah.
And I think that also is something you and I hadn't really quite explored, but being in industries where you're really restricted on how you can connect with people, this might be a really, really dynamic way of doing
It's
it.
going to be, the most fun. And I mean, it's fun, it's engaging,
Yeah.
it's creative, and it gets your juices flowing, and it forces you
Yeah,
to
I don't
think
want
outside the
to
box.
sound so serious,
Yeah.
but it is a real challenge. How do I get everything I am? And just imagine, we all really do want to have fun.
Yeah.
Like, we really do want to have fun. And who wants to spend their whole days working in this heavy chain gang kind of mentality? Life isn't really like that. And if you own your own business and you're in business or you're in events or things, we want to have fun. And what a great way to interact with some of that.
Yep. Capture the excitement of the festival or the event.
Heck,
so
man,
people can
you
relive
could
it.
have outtakes.
Oh, you know
Oh
what?
my gosh, outtakes would be like
They're
the
the best.
funnies.
They're
They'd
the
be the
best.
funniest things.
Yeah.
Like, you recorded that thing on me last year.
With your boys
And
yeah.
you did an outtake of me talking about my kids. And it was the funny, you're like, no, I got to keep it in.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
it's so
It's
funny.
real life.
It's real life. So you have this place where you can actually expand on your personal brand.
Leo Laporte says that thousands of people tune in for his pre-show
Yeah.
for half an hour. Then sometimes all
probably
the
the whole
shows,
time.
yeah, they love to watch the banter between. I remember. Okay, so revenue component. So you and I will put together a magazine.
Yeah.
And here's how simple it's going to be.
Yeah, let's talk
If
about money.
anybody wants to, we're going to teach. I'm also going to teach how to do these magazines. But for the first part, I think we'll just make magazines for people.
Yes.
So we're going to put together a magazine, and then we're going to offer advertising,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
And we'll charge, I don't know, anywhere between couple $100 for a half-page ad and a little bit more for a full-page ad.
Yeah.
But you don't have to print it, so we can keep advertising costs down low.
Which is really nice.
So here's the really interesting thing about our magazine. When we go to an event, and say the magazine is, say, I'll give an arbitrary number, say $5,000 for an 80-page magazine.
Yeah.
If you find 5 retailers or 5 vendors there that want to go in and do the magazine,
Yeah.
it's $1,000 a piece.
Yeah.
Or they can do it another way. We can go out and get advertisements for that and let the advertisements pay for that magazine. Or the person that's hosting the magazine, they can go out and get advertisements and charge, and we'll do the video for them.
And it becomes a revenue stream for them.
Exactly.
And
So
that's
they
what I'm
can help
saying.
pay for
It's
their
a great
own
way
magazine.
also. Like I said with you, if you're somebody who has a larger network and you're a consultant or things like that, and you want to give higher value to some of your clients, why wouldn't you make you could showcase some of your best clients and say, listen, I'm going to put you in front of some really great people. Would you like to buy in? And that's a great revenue stream and really...
A self-healing debt.
Yeah.
It's the first self-healing product.
Yeah.
Who else in the market can come to you and say, here's a product, and you can actually sell revenue to cover the cost that you paid us to produce the product?
Yeah, and actually give good value.
Yeah.
And not feel like it's like, oh my gosh, am I going to rob Peter to pay Paul for this?
I just thought of another thing. You know that big poster that I had here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so say, for example, you do cluster marketing where you go to a vendor
Yep.
or you go to a strip mall
Yep.
and there's 10 businesses that want to build a magazine.
Yeah.
When we build a magazine, we can suggest to people that they blow up the front page of the magazine,
Yes.
right? Hang it in their store, and then their ad from the magazine, blow that up too.
Yeah.
In their store.
So they actually have
here's the neat thing.
Yeah.
Yes. I can take all the magazine, I can put it in a movie form.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
And the video, and we can have them playing on a DVD at their front counter with the sound off.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the front counter, you say, did you know we have our own magazine? What? Yeah. Here, sign up for our email list, and we'll send you the magazine.
Yeah.
And your magazine will be playing on TV.
On TV.
Oh, did you also know that you can watch our magazine on Roku? Because you can.
Yeah.
On Roku and a whole bunch of boxes, watch the magazine and the videos and stuff. So now they can watch the magazine in the living room.
Yeah.
On a smart TV. So
you are the man. I tell you, you've been thinking about all this good stuff.
But the thing is, it's there to help people.
Absolutely.
That's our main goal, right?
Yeah.
To help people grow their business.
Yes, absolutely.
There's where we're going.
That's it. You know what? I think the day of competition is kind of fallen to the wayside. I think people are really tired of that competitive thing because it's counterintuitive when you've been in business for a long time. You know, you do need your networks. You do need to joint venture. You do need people. I mean, for every dollar that goes in your business, that came out of somebody's pocket, and that person had a face.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's remember that if you aren't nurturing those people that come into your business and you aren't giving great value back to them, and you're wondering why you have no business, or you're wondering why your profits aren't going anywhere, it's very little lack of because you're staying busy. Busy doesn't produce money. Busy doesn't do anything. But if you're not nurturing the relationships by giving great value, you're not going to be in business a long time.
And I really like what you said about the MeetUp group. We can build a magazine for your MeetUp group.
Yeah.
Invite people to advertise.
If you have a MeetUp group, this is one of the really interesting things because one of the trends I see happening, and mind you, I've done it too. I have my own MeetUp group as well. Is that it's a great way to get smaller, like-minded communities of people together. For me, I use it because I know a lot of people who really should know each other. Because I see a lot of joint venturing going on. I also do it because it's a great lead generator for me as a business owner to put myself in a position of expertise leadership. And within that, what a great way if you have a MeetUp group, even if you're not a business, but let's say you're a hiking club.
Yeah.
And you guys want to showcase the experiences of the event. As a hiking club, you've got 10 people, maybe everybody pitches in $50 or 100 people and people pitch in some money. You can create an annual every year that's digital and interactive that showcases a year's worth of the club's experiences.
Yes.
So a digital magazine is not limited to just business. It's not just limited to a really dynamic marketing tool or an add-on to something else. It's just like you were talking about event planners. You get these huge events that come in and you get 50, 60 vendors sometimes, or maybe you have a wedding. I mean,
I was just going to say.
Weddings also where you've invested thousands of dollars and you've got this whole experience and you get these beautiful pictures, but then they end up in a book. They just end up in a book.
Magazine that you can
and
send
then think
everywhere,
about
though.
this. I mean, how much money does it cost some people to sit around and have to buy more pictures so they can send them out and not... think about it, Christmas, all my friends that send me pictures of their kids, I love seeing them, but you know what? They sit in a drawer.
Yeah.
Unless you're my kid and you're really close to my family. So what a great way to put something interactive that people can see is, a video. So there's lots and lots of ways.
I was just going to say weddings. Weddings
would be a really great thing, too. You could take pictures of the people and of the event.
And say all of the family that couldn't make it to the wedding, and there's going to be a lot of them.
Yeah, some of the traveling expenses.
In a magazine. And we could include Uncle Bob from the Netherlands and his favorite food recipe in the magazine. So we could involve the entire family from around the world.
Yeah, everybody could put their well wishes in. You could put well wishes in. And it's kind of... It is exactly what people are doing anyway, but it's kind of static, stuck on a page, on a website, on a blog.
Yeah, it's clumsy that way.
The only way you get access to it is if you have to log in. And
or 5 or 6 different places.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, I can tell you right now, this has been the challenge as a business watching over the years, is each one of these different platforms that I used to utilize between email marketing, blogs, my own content management programs, my client management programs. Everybody had all these different databases of people. So trying to manage people. Where are all my people at? And then I'm trying to drive people from this database to here to get access to that.
Like herding cats.
It's I can't be guaranteed they're going to actually pick it up and read it, or they're going to sit long enough and log in. And so I think, I mean, even as a teaching tool, a magazine could be a really cool thing as well, because it has that capacity that people could take it and learn and move forward with it.
Then to wrap it around a radio show like you and I are going to do, oh my gosh,
totally
come
fun.
on.
Totally
TV, web radio, TV radio, or web TV, radio TV, web TV. Wow, we're just gonna have so much fun. It's ridiculous.
I'm gonna have to get myself a Hawaiian print shirt too. You're the fun man.
Yeah,
look at me in my navy. I loosen up a little bit.
We'll just crush it. Gary Vaynerchuk says, "Crush it, baby," and that's exactly what we're going to do.
Yeah,
we're going to love our customers, and we're going to make sure their message gets out there the way they want.
You know, I meet a lot of people, and there are some amazing people doing some awesome things. They just don't have the visibility, and really, the visibility is what can make, like, it can transform your business. And it's like the old adage, you know, there are people that you see, superstars, people who've made it, and they say, you know, but people don't understand the 10 years that it took to get here.
Yes.
Everybody sees the flash, but since that minute that transition hits, you just don't look back. And wouldn't that be just the coolest thing to gift that to people?
Oh,
here you go. Let me give you a platform to really elevate your exposure. The only thing I can tell you right now that I run into when that comes up, when we talk about visibility, your visibility requires vulnerability.
Yes.
And I have this conversation a lot. Primarily, it's evolved because of social media. We have this expectation because of social media that a lot of people kind of shy away because they're like, I don't want to talk about my cereal. I'm not going to talk about, you know, the drama. They think that's vulnerability. The truth is that's not vulnerability. That to me is bored life drama.
Yeah.
Vulnerability means that I'm going to just drop all the shackles. Like listen, this is a vulnerable moment right now.
You and I? Yeah.
I just came to the studio, come talk to you. I don't have hair and makeup done. This is it. I literally was running in the door. You fed me some lunch and we sat down.
Yeah.
We're having a live conversation. This is way more authentic to people to hear. We're not pitching anybody. We're not selling anybody anything. In fact, I'm looking at the camera going, I think I need a haircut. So, you know, I think this is where people are at now. That hype has been done. Nobody really wants to channel, and excuse me, don't write anything about, nobody wants to channel an inner car salesman anymore. They just want to be real. If I can help you, I'd love to. If I'm not the right person, can I just show you maybe somebody else who might be?